Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Pz.Kpfw B2 740F. Now it's the Tier 4 German premium heavy tank, the first heavy tank on the German line, and this one's located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and it's under the command of the demontaxidriver. Now the Panzer B2, as it's more commonly known, was a captured French tank. The Germans captured 161 Char B1s and they converted them for use by the Wehrmacht. They dismounted the 75mm gun that was mounted in the hull and just kept the 47mm gun that was used for attacking enemy tanks. Now most Panzer B2s were actually used either for flamethrower tanks or for artillery. 16 of them were turned into Leffies or 105 FH-18B2s, and we've spotted one of the enemy. It's a BT-7 moving up to the west central part of the map. There's a number of targets ahead of us. Now, demontaxidriver is carrying 82 rounds of standard AP and 30 rounds of APCR, and he's moving straight past the centre because there doesn't appear to be much resistance. But there is a Hetzer ahead of him and a couple of medium tanks. He's angling, so he can pull back behind the rock if he needs to, behind the ridgeline. He's selected APCR to start with. I'm not sure that's necessary really at the moment. He could play with just AP. No enemy heavies in sight. There is an enemy heavy in the game. It's the Type 95. But he'd go through the armour of that tank with just standard AP. About the only tanks he's going to have difficulty with penetrating will be the Tier 4 tanks, medium tanks, and there's a P2640 and that is a medium tank. There's the Type 95. He went straight through him with that round and again missed with that shell, fires through the building, auto aims on, he's got another hit in and another, taking big hits from the T95, but they're actually hitting the tracks, so he's not suffering any vehicle damage. And he kills the Type 95. Didn't suffer any damage to his vehicle, just to the tracks. Now there's a 14 TP. He can penetrate that with standard AP. He's electing to go with the APCR. Fires one round in and two, and he drops below the ridgeline. Right, LTP, Tier 3. That should be easy enough to penetrate with standard AP. In fact, he'll probably penetrate the 14 TP with standard AP. And he's still firing APCR. And he kills the 14 TP. Going after this LTP now. Again, standard AP would be perfect for this. And there's a Hetzer. Now he does need APCR with that because the front of that vehicle is very tough to penetrate, but he does get one round in for 53. Going round the corner, he's going to take on the LTP. Okay, now he's going to go to town on him. He's firing into his rear. Oh, he's got to fire. He's got to fire one more shot, and that's it. He's got the kill. There's only 3 enemy tanks left. A Chihar directly in front of him, Tier 3, so he could use standard AP. Won't need to use the APCR. He's locked on. 1 round in. 2 rounds in. And the Chihar's killed by the SU-5 before he can get the kill. There's only 2 enemy remaining. Oh, that's a Valentine AT. 62 hit points he lost. Oh, takes another round from the Valentine. Firing into the hull. And yes, he's getting hits. Oh, and he fires into the weak point, which is the shield. If you fire into that, you'll get easy hits. And the last enemy has been killed, so he did win the battle with 4 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a second-class tanker for the demontaxidriver in the Pz.Kpfw B2740F. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 6. A Judas badge for taking down 2 enemies who did damage to him during the battle. A fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. A 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And here's the good one. He got a high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle. At least 1,000 hit points and 20% of the enemy hit points in total. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, there you go. 1,045 hit points of damage. The highest score on the enemy team was the Valentine AT. He managed 639. And then we had the FCM 36-pack 40 with 615. When it came to the number of kills, it was definitely demontaxidriver. He managed to get 4 kills. Then we had the M2 medium with 3. And the enemy had their type 2597, which is the Chiha, who managed to get 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, again, it was the Demontaxidriver who managed to get the highest amount, 876, followed by the T15 who managed to get 699, and the M2 medium with 512. He fired 28 rounds during that battle. He got 23 direct hits, 21 penetrations, damage of 1,045 hit points, of which 77 were at more than 300 meters. He received 8 hits from the enemy. 3 of them were penetrations, 5 were non-penetrations. The penetrations were from the Valentine AT. The non-penetrations were from the Type 95, who just fired HE into his tracks, I'm afraid. He blocked damage of 220 hit points from those shots from the Type 95. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 4 of them, and did damage assistance of 143 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 22,040 credits. He got a personal missions payout of 2,424, and after repair and ammunition resupply, and remember he did use a lot of APCR, when AP would have done just as well because they were tier 3 vehicles. He would have gone straight through their hulls with the AP. He actually ended up with only 1,018 credits at the end of the battle, but he did get a high caliber, so that pays off. He received 876 base XP times 4 for the first victory, 96 XP because it's a personal missions payout, and he got 438 XP because this is a premium vehicle, so he took away 4,038 experience points altogether. So a good result there for Demontaxidriver. But I would hint to use AP, standard AP on tier 3 vehicles because the shells will just go straight through them. Only keep the APCR for whenever you meet a tier 4 one because you will have difficulty with them but not with the tier 3s. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.